This is the King James Version. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles. More modern versions has it as wine skins.
Yep.
That's easy to understand. So the idea is wine skins tend to be the skins from, say, a goat, and they would put in the wine, which is still fermenting. And therefore, and I did this in the 1980s with beer, this thing literally expanded. Well, I went away for a few days and I came back and the thing had burst. There was beer everywhere. And that's what happens with fermented wine. The skin can only go so far, and if you've misjudged it, the amount you've put in, it's going to burst. They would be drinking the wine before then. But to put more wine in that, it's effectively going to make it to burst because it can't go any further. It can't expand anymore. But I forgot that King James talked about bottles. I know bottles, the cork can flow out if it's still fermenting. But I can't remember if I've ever come across a bottle that's ever exploded. But it doesn't say that though, does it? Doth burst the bottle and the wine is spilled. It mars the bottle. But the King James uses bottles, not wineskins.
Whether it uses bottles in the English, I do think that the Greek would actually be old wineskin, made of skin or leather, used for storing wine. It would definitely have been a skin as opposed to a bottle like we would think of a bottle in our modern parlance.
Okay, but it's wonderful imagery.
Oh, it's great. These two little parables are one coin. We need to understand what that one coin is. And like I've said, I do believe that this is all about Judaism and Israel. Remember, the church did not exist when Jesus was teaching.
Yeah, he didn't use the word.
Ecclesia is used, which is obviously where we get church from, ecclesiastical. But ecclesia could mean gathering, it could even mean mob, it can mean anything. It can mean assembly, so it doesn't mean church in the sense that we understand church with a spire and a steeple and all of that sort of thing. It's just not the way. The church was hidden, the church was a mystery. So Jesus wasn't talking about the church here. So straight away that removes all of that Christianity from it. What Jesus is talking about is about Jews, and he's talking about the Jewish system of belief. And so when we look at this first parable, rather than looking at a replacement, i.e. the replacing of a bit of cloth, what we should be thinking about perhaps is restoration and sizing to fit. You see, Jesus, as he stood there, was proclaiming that he would do something new, and he would do something new. He would restore Israel. He would restore the Jewish people. He would size and fit the Gentiles into a strong, deeply rooted system of belief in Judaism through that rootstock that could then draw for generations of strong teaching and provide an example of something of the character and the nature and the acts of God as they're linked into that rootstock.